Imagine a world where Nazi Germany had weapons decades ahead of their time. Flying saucers, death rays, even an atomic bomb. What if I told you that Hitler's scientists were working on technologies so advanced that, had they succeeded, history might have taken a terrifying turn? This is not fiction. These are real projects, kept hidden from the public eye, buried in classified files, and later hunted down by Allied forces. Welcome to a journey through the darkest corners of World War II, where science and war collided in ways that could have changed our world forever. Hitler's secret weapon projects. As the tide of war turned against Germany, Hitler became obsessed with developing Wunderwaffen, or wonder weapons, technologies that could miraculously shift the balance of power. These weren't just dreams. Many of these projects were in advanced stages of development. The V-2 rocket, the first ballistic missile. One of the most successful of Hitler's secret weapons was the V-2 rocket, the world's first long-range ballistic missile. Developed by Wernher von Braun and his team, the V-2 could reach speeds of over 3,500 miles per hour and strike targets over 200 miles away. In the final years of the war, London and Antwerp were bombarded by these deadly rockets, causing devastation and fear among civilians. But what many don't know is that this technology became the foundation for the space race. After the war, the US and the Soviet Union scrambled to capture these rocket scientists, leading to the development of NASA and the Soviet space program. Die Glocke, the Nazi Bell experiment. Perhaps one of the most mysterious secret projects of Nazi Germany was Die Glocke, or the Bell. It is said to have been a top-secret experiment involving anti-gravity propulsion and possibly even time travel. Witnesses reported seeing a bell-shaped craft that emitted a strange blue glow and could hover. Some believe this technology was far more advanced than anything the Allies had at the time. What happened to Die Glocke? Some say it was destroyed. Others claim it was taken to South America or even absorbed into secret US military projects. The truth remains a mystery. The stealth bomber of the Nazis. Another shocking development was the Horten Ho 229, a jet-powered flying wing that resembled modern stealth bombers. Built using radar-absorbing materials, this aircraft was designed to evade Allied detection and bomb cities across the Atlantic. Had Germany mass-produced the Ho 229, the war could have taken a devastating turn. But as the Allies advanced, the Nazis ran out of resources and time, leaving these incredible weapons unfinished. Nazi nuclear ambitions. While the United States was racing to build the atomic bomb through the Manhattan Project, Germany was also secretly working on nuclear weapons. Documents recovered after the war revealed that German scientists were experimenting with nuclear fission, though they never reached the stage of creating a functional bomb. Had they succeeded, the world might have seen a completely different outcome in World War II, one where Berlin, not Hiroshima or Nagasaki, became the first to unleash nuclear devastation. The most brutal battles you've never heard of. The Eastern Front of World War II was a nightmare. It was a place where no rules existed, where entire cities were erased, and where millions of soldiers and civilians perished in unimaginable suffering. While the Western Front gets much of the attention in history books, the real horror unfolded between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. Now, let's uncover the brutal truth about the deadliest battles you've likely never heard of. The brutal Soviet-German battles. The war between Germany and the Soviet Union was unlike anything the world had ever seen. It was not just a military struggle, it was an ideological war, a fight for survival where surrender was rarely an option. The Siege of Leningrad endured 72 days of hell. Imagine being trapped in a city where food is gone, where people boil leather belts for soup, and where the only way to survive is through sheer willpower. That was Leningrad, a city that endured the longest siege in modern history, 872 days of starvation, bombardment, and death. Nazi Germany aimed to wipe Leningrad off the map, cutting it off from the rest of the Soviet Union. Over 1 million civilians perished, many from starvation. People resorted to eating rats, pets, and even each other. And yet, the city never surrendered. When the siege was finally lifted in 1944, what remained was a city of ghosts, but also of unbreakable spirit. The Battle of Stalingrad, where the Nazis were broken. If one battle sealed Hitler's fate, it was Stalingrad. In 1942, Germany launched a massive assault on the city, expecting a swift victory. But the Soviets, knowing the city's importance, fought with everything they had. Every street, every building, even every room became a battlefield. The battle lasted 5 months, and the fighting was beyond brutal. Soldiers fought in freezing temperatures, often resorting to hand-to-hand combat. Soviet snipers, like the legendary Vasily Zaitsev, picked off Nazi officers one by one. Eventually, the Red Army encircled the German forces, cutting them off from supplies. Starving and freezing, over 90,000 German troops surrendered, a turning point that marked the beginning of the Nazi downfall. Operation Bagration, the Soviet Blitzkrieg. Most people think of D-Day as the most significant Allied offensive of the war. But in the summer of 1944, the Soviets launched Operation Bagration, a massive attack that destroyed the German Army Group Center and pushed the Nazis back by hundreds of miles. This operation was twice as deadly as D-Day, wiping out entire German divisions and forcing Hitler into full retreat. It was the moment when the Soviet Union truly turned the tide of the war in the East. The war was more than just a battle, it was a race. A race for power, a race for survival, a race for the deadliest technology the world had ever seen. While we often look at World War II as a battle between armies, it was also a shadow war, one where secret weapons, brutal battles, and hidden agendas shaped the course of history. Had Hitler's secret projects succeeded, had the Soviet front collapsed, had just a few things gone differently, the world we know today might not exist. These are the hidden truths of World War II, secrets buried beneath history, waiting to be uncovered. If you found this documentary insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden truths. See you in the next one.